You want to know what it takes to dominate as a fullback. Let me tell you, this role is more than just hanging out on the sidelines and kicking the ball upfield. Being a fullback means mastering your positioning, being smart with your runs, and knowing when to defend like a wall and when to push forward like a winger. It's all about balancing defense and attack. Today, we're breaking down the essentials of playing this role, from providing width to overlapping to locking down your side of the pitch. Let's get into the details and make sure that next time you're on the field, you're owning that fullback position. Let's start with something you'll hear over and over again if you're a fullback: providing width. When your team has the ball, your job is to give them more space by stretching the field. And that means getting wide. But it's not just about standing there and hoping the ball comes your way. You've got to be smart about how you move. For example, when the center back is turning with the ball, that's your signal to get out wide and make yourself an option. In this first clip, watch how the fullback is already moving into space as the center back turns. Why? Because you don't want to wait until the ball is coming to you, you want to be ready to receive it in a good position. Now, when you receive the ball, think about your first touch. Always, and I mean always, try to take your first touch forward. That way you're already pushing the game up the field, putting pressure on the opposition. In this example, the fullback takes a perfect first touch forward and immediately swings in a cross. That's what you should aim for. Get wide, take the ball on your back foot, and look to advance the play. But sometimes you'll have space to run into. And when that happens, you've got to take advantage of it. In this next clip, the fullback sees there's room to move, and instead of passing, they just drive forward. If you've got space, take it, don't hesitate. Get yourself into the attacking third and look for a pass or a cross. You've done your job by providing width and moving the team forward. But here's the thing: you won't always need to overlap your winger. If there's already someone in that space, it's smarter to drop into the half space, like in this third clip. By doing that, you give your teammates more passing options, and it helps keep the play flowing. It's all about patience and reading the game. Now, let's talk about what happens when you find yourself in the attacking third. This is where things get exciting. As a fullback, once you're up there, your main job is to create danger. Whether that's with a cross, a pass, or even a dribble, your goal is to get the ball into the box and give your attackers a chance to score. In the attacking third, you want to be direct. No messing around with too many passes. Once you're in a position to deliver a cross or make a move, do it. In this clip, the fullback whips in a perfect cross to the near post, causing all sorts of problems for the defense. Then, in the next clip, another fullback combines with a teammate and gets in behind the defense. Whether you're crossing to the first post, second post, or cutting the ball back to someone in space, you've got to be decisive. The key here is knowing when to take risks. The closer you are to the opposition's goal, the more aggressive you should be. Don't shy away from putting in a cross or trying to beat a defender. This is your time to shine, and your job is to create those goal-scoring chances. Now, it's time to switch gears and talk defense, because being a fullback isn't all about attacking. In fact, a big part of your job is defending wide areas and stopping the other team from creating chances. When your team is out of possession, your first priority is to lock down your side of the field. Here's a pro tip: always defend your zone first, then worry about stepping out to challenge. In this clip, the fullback stays compact and close to their center back, covering the central area first before stepping out to pressure the winger. This is super important because if you're too aggressive and get caught out of position, it leaves your team vulnerable in the middle. Once you've covered your zone, then it's time to close down the winger. Your goal is to force them backward or sideways, away from goal. Watch how this fullback waits for the winger to receive the ball, then steps out to apply pressure, forcing the opposition to play backwards. Timing is everything here. If you dive in too early, you risk getting beat, so be patient. But as soon as they make a bad touch or turn their back, that's your moment to step up and take control. Another thing to keep in mind: always cover the weak side. If the ball is on the other side of the pitch, use the 6-yard box as a reference for where you should position yourself. You want to be in the half spaces, ready to shift over and defend if the ball gets switched to your side. Staying aware of your positioning will help you anticipate attacks and close down space quicker. Now let's get into something every fullback loves: overlapping runs. These are the runs you make when you want to give your team a numerical advantage on the wings. Basically, you're sprinting past your winger, giving them an option to pass into space behind the defense. And when you time it right, it can cause absolute chaos for the other team. In this first clip, watch how the fullback bursts forward on the overlap, giving the winger an easy pass into space. From there, it's all about delivering a dangerous ball into the box. Overlapping runs can be a game changer because they force the defense to scramble and open up gaps that your teammates can exploit. But remember, it's not just about running. You need to recognize when to make these runs. If your winger is one-on-one with a defender, that's the perfect moment to overlap. You're giving them an option to either pass to you or take on the defender themselves, which keeps the defense guessing. Now let's talk about the underrated cousin of the overlap, the underlap. Instead of running outside your winger, you're cutting inside, into the half space. This is perfect when the flank is already crowded, or if the opposition is leaving gaps in the middle of the field. In this clip, the fullback makes a sharp underlapping run, moving into space inside the pitch, and gets into a position to either shoot or pass. The underlap is great for catching defenders off guard because they're usually expecting you to stay wide. By cutting inside, you create new passing lanes and force the defenders to make tough decisions. The more unpredictable you are with your runs, the harder it will be for the opposition to stop you. Finally, we can't forget about your technical ability. You need to be comfortable with the ball at your feet, whether you're under pressure in defense or driving forward in attack. A fullback who can dribble, pass, and cross with confidence is a nightmare for the opposition. In this clip, the fullback is in a tight 3v3 situation but uses a bit of skill to dribble past the defender and get out of trouble. You're going to face moments like this, where your technical ability needs to shine. Don't be afraid to use your dribbling to escape pressure or move the ball up the field. In the midfield or attacking third, it's your job to recognize when there's space in front of you and take it. Like in this clip, the fullback sees a gap, drives forward, and picks out the perfect pass. The key is being aggressive when you see the opportunity. If there's space, attack it, don't hesitate. So there you have it, the complete guide to playing as a fullback. From providing width and making overlapping runs to defending your zone and showcasing your technical skills. Being a fullback means you've got to be a versatile player. You've got to read the game, know when to push forward, and when to lock things down defensively. If you found this helpful, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future tips and tactics. Let me know in the comments which part of the fullback role you want to work on, or if you've got any other positions you want me to cover in the next video.